Scroll through your social media feed for just a few seconds. Faces, smiles, perfect angles, carefully edited lives. Now, here's a question most people never stop to ask. What about the people who never post their photos? They're there, watching, liking, quietly present. Yet we usually assume they're shy, insecure, or hiding something. But psychology tells a very different story. Studies on online behavior consistently show that most users consume far more content than they create. This is known as passive participation, and it doesn't mean disengagement. These users are mentally present, socially aware, and often highly observant. Posting a photo isn't just sharing an image. Psychologically, it's submitting yourself to judgment, comparison, memory, and algorithmic ranking. The moment a photo goes live, it becomes data, something others interpret, react to, and revisit. Some people sense that cost very clearly. And this is where the real divide appears. People who post frequently often engage in identity performance, curating how they want to be perceived. That isn't narcissism, it's human. Social platforms are built to reward visibility. But people who don't post photos often have something different: identity security. Research in self-concept psychology shows that individuals with a stable internal identity feel less pressure to seek external validation. In simple terms, if you need feedback to feel real, you post. If you already feel real, you often don't. That doesn't mean non-posters are confident in every area of life. It means they're less dependent on visual affirmation to regulate self-worth. They don't need to constantly prove they exist. And that makes them uncomfortable for algorithms designed to feed on insecurity. There's also a power shift most people never notice. When you post photos, you become the object. The viewer becomes the evaluator. Some people instinctively resist that dynamic. Psychological studies on power dynamics show that the observer often holds more leverage than the observed. When you don't reveal yourself, you control context, timing, and interpretation. This is why many strategic thinkers, analysts, journalists, psychologists, maintain a low visual presence online. They understand that information asymmetry is power. Now let's talk about emotional cost. Every posted photo creates a feedback loop: likes, views, silence, comparison, interpretation. Neuroscience research shows that unpredictable social rewards activate the same dopamine pathways as gambling. For some people, that loop is stimulating. For others, it's exhausting. Many who stop posting photos report less anxiety, less rumination, and more emotional stability. They're not antisocial, they're self-regulating. They've learned that not every stimulus deserves access to their nervous system. Quick pause. If this perspective is already changing how you see social media behavior, tap the like button and subscribe. It helps thoughtful content reach the right people. There's a common myth that non-posters are afraid of being seen. But psychology draws a clear distinction between avoidance and selective disengagement. Avoidance is driven by fear. Selective disengagement is driven by values. Many people stop posting after a breakup, a moment of overexposure, or realizing their online image no longer matches who they're becoming. That's not fear, that's alignment. Photos also freeze versions of you that you may outgrow. Research on autobiographical memory shows that visual records can anchor identity to the past, making it harder to psychologically move forward. People who are actively changing often resist being visually archived. So they opt out, not because they dislike themselves, but because they're protecting momentum. And here's the final insight. Sometimes not posting is communication. It signals, I don't need validation here. I'm prioritizing real-world presence. I'm opting out of performative identity. Psychologists call this non-signaling confidence, a form of self-assurance that doesn't require external acknowledgement. So the next time you notice someone who never posts their photos,
Don't assume weakness. They may have simply seen the system clearly and chosen not to build their identity inside it. If this video gave you a new way to understand online behavior, drop a comment with your thoughts. And if you want more psychology-backed insights like this, subscribe to the channel. We're just getting started.